Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
So I'm getting on one machine for the server, which is with the configuration 2 CPU, 4 GB RAM, and 8 GB hard disk is sufficient for this. Now this I'm going to name it Javix server, and this is belong to me, Rajesh. Now here, mind it, in terms of firewall, I am setting up everything open for time being, but I'll tell you which are the port need to be uh, enabled for it. Okay. Now I'll go for my key and launch. So this is the machines which I have got it. There's one question from Sheetal. Sheetal, you can ask a question in public so that way other people also will get to know what I'm talking in your response to respond to you. So she's asking, can you confirm if all logs in AWS and found this lab? Can you confirm if all log into AWS and found it? Yeah, I'll share with you a user ID and password, an IP address. Just because it's AWS, everything is on demand. So I'll create and I'll share with you. Got it? Okay. So guys, finally, this is my server. Okay. Username is CentOS. I'll become a root. How? This is the way. And then I have a password. No, I have a key. And this key I will share with you also. And you can use this PPK file. Okay. PPK file, which I have it. So I'll share with you, no problem. So with that, can I log into this machine through putty? And those who are not familiar with the putty, you can see me, but I feel most of you must be familiar because you guys are from the networking background and infra background. So this is the PPK file. I'm going to log in. Let me, it's came. Let me close this. Here it is. Now my username is CentOS. And here I'll just improve this color combination so you can see the things better. Guys, can you please confirm me if my putty console is visible to all of you with the right font style?
Yes, Rajesh.
Okay,
Yeah, Rajesh, it's visible.
great. So now guys, I will go to a website uh, which is Javix. And you must spend some time on this website. It has a lots of useful content. But right now, because I want to set it up, I'll go for the download options. Now see here, this is the things which I was talking about. Here you have a different packages. Here you have a cloud images for it. You see the different cloud images. You have DigitalOcean, AWS, Google Cloud and all. And here you can set up the whole things in a few seconds also. Yeah, that is possible, but you have to learn the containers. That is the thing. There's appliances also here, different DMG, ISO, VMX, OBA file and all, and source and agent. So I am going through the packages. Now I am going to decide which one. So 5.4 latest one. The operating system which I'm opting for is CentOS 7. The OS version which I'm opting for is 7. database version, automatically it will come, and web version. So let it be database like MySQL, and web version Nginx and Apache. Maybe it's a JavaScript problem, so it's not coming, but yeah, that's you can think of it. Now here, the moment you select anything here, you will get the commands populated accordingly. So look at this here. These all commands are there for setting up the server and all. So here, this is for installation of agent. This is for this repo and stuff like that. But you know what? This steps which you see here is limited actually. If you see here, limited. So see here. Here you have more steps. Here you have more steps. So it's not our issues, is the website issue. They have to work on it, and then they need to modify all these pages. But what we can do, we can play with it. 7 we selected, and we got this package. And apart from that, rest of the command, I'll get it from here. Okay, that's the one trick which I'm asking you to play out. But I have something else for you. And that is, I have stored all these steps here also. Look at this. Okay, so you can follow these steps also and do the needful stuff. So these all stuff will work for you. Now, same steps I'll be doing in front of you and get going. So any questions, guys, so far? Any questions, any doubts? Any questions? Hello, guys, I'm audible.
Yes, Rajesh,
Yes,
you are audible.
Rajesh.
Okay, so let's get started, guys. So I'm going to set it up the stuff. So first I'll become a root. So how to become a root? Sudo -s. See here, I got the root. Now I'm going to add this repository. This repository is basically, this is a RPM file, which is for the RHEL family, which will install some of the repositories. So Control C, I did not run it. Okay, first I'll show you that. So etc yum dot repos dot d. See here, you have CentOS, few CentOS and all, but there's no Jabix one. So can we run this? And I'm U here, RPM U means upgrade, V means verbose mode, H means file name. So see here, look at this here, end of it. This repository, you get it, this repository. So I hope it is clear to all of you.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so I'll just also share with you a screen, because some of you, if you get lost, you will have a trouble. So let me remind you, this is the one which you get it. Okay, so Javix server setup 1. Okay, so that is done, guys. After that, what we need to do, you need to search the Javix in YAM repository. Now, why you are searching, though is not required for installation, but it's required for your knowledge. Yes, this is required for your knowledge. So when you search, let's look at the output. See here, when you search, you get to know these are the packages you have it. Look at it very carefully, guys. Okay, these are the packages you have it. Here you see. Okay, so here you have a agent. Look at it, PCP agent. Here you have another agent. This is the PCP agent. This is the 64-bit agent. This is the get which I was talking about. I hope you remember. This is the gateway. This is the proxy SQL. This is the Javix proxy. Okay, with the SQL combination. This is the proxy with the Postgres combination. This is a SQLite. This is the Javix release no archival. This is sender with this is a server with a MySQL combination. This is server with a PowerShell combination, Postgres combination, and these are the web component. You see here, no arc, MySQL combination, Postgres combination, and Japanese combination. So these are the software you need to know. Okay, these are the software which you need to know. So did you understand, all of you guys? All of you? I'm just storing this. Okay, done. After that, what you have to do, you have to install some utility which is yum-utils. That will help you a lot for managing the server. So I installed this. Done. Repo list done. I validated here all this repo list related to Javix has come here. Look at this here. Now you're going to config manager for this one. This has all the steps which you will not find the Javix website, but it will help you in an easy way. Now you have to do update. Okay, so let's do the update now. So I'm updating. So meanwhile, I'll just pause this video. Yeah. So here I forgot to resume the session. Yeah. So here I installed all the prerequisite. Followed by this, I have not installed the MySQL server because I'm going to use the MariaDB for it. Now I'm going to install the server, front end, and agent. So if you look at it very carefully, look at this. Here, if you remember, see here. You suggest me which one I should install here. If I want to install the server, which one with a MySQL combination, which package I should install? Any idea? See here, this one and this one and this one. Did you all understand, guys? Hello. Yeah. So here, the same thing here. Javix get we are installing, though we don't need it, but I'm installing it. Server SQL, MySQL, web. This is the agent, MariaDB server, Javix, Java Gateway, the one which I talked about. Java Gateway we don't need right now. Fourth day we need it, but I'm going to install all of it. Okay. So let's do this. Enter. And after that, I'm going to start the MariaDB. This is the MySQL. And after that, I'm going to enable the MariaDB. So tomorrow it will be there. And I'm going to start the HTTPD server. I'm going to enable the HTTPD server. Here, setting the permissive mode. So as of now, it's enforcing. So I'm going to set the permissive. Now, remember, stopping the firewall is not required. Why? Because remember, in AWS, we control the firewall through security groups. Okay. So after this, you have to generate a database. So what you're going to do, you're going to log into the MariaDB server using this. And please note it down here. Just mind it here. I'll share this link to you, but you have to look at this, what I'm doing right now. So I'll log into the MySQL server. Password here is null for the root. right now MariaDB. Now what I'm going to do here, if you look at this is the command line for creating a database. Which database? The database name called Javix. So here I'm creating a Javix database. Here I am granting the permissions to the Javix database to the user called Javix, and also creating a password of Javix is a password. So this command will do that. This is a MySQL command in one go. Done. After that, quit the database. Done. So here in this session, what we did, basically we created one database. Okay, created one database and created one user called Javix with a password called password, and granted all the privileges to the user to the Javix database, and that's what we did. We did it. Any confusion, questions anyone have, guys, on this? Are you okay with this so far? Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Yeah,
Rajesh.
Yeah. Now, guys, what we need to do, this steps is very important. We need to import initial schema to the data, and you'll be prompted to enter the newly created password. Okay, which is Javix. So remember, whenever you install the Javix server, which I did it here, see it here. Okay, so as part of the installation, you get the one schema data, which you will find at this location. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to upload to the database called Javix, and for that, this command will work for you. Okay, so I'm going to run this command, clear the screen. See here. This is a SQL file for the creating the SQL and schema. Enter. What is the password for the database? PASSWRD. Password. Now it will take few seconds to create a schema. Done. Now, do you want to validate whether it's done or not? Do you want to validate? So what you should do, guys, you should go and log in to your, okay, and show databases. See here, which database I had to populate? Huge database, which is called Javix. Okay. And okay, Javix. Just a second, hold on. It's coming little bigger. Okay, so Javix. Now you want to show the tables. See here. This is the population of schema. Okay, this is the population of schema. So I hope you got it right now. Correct? All of you? So I'm going to take a printout, print screen for this. So you'll understand and miss no steps. Some of the steps which I'm showing you is a typical general steps. Done. So here I completed. Now you should understand two things. Where is your Javix server? You have to remember this one. Where is the Javix server configuration file? Here it is. Where is the Javix server front-end file? Front-end configuration file? Here it is. These are the two locations. Okay. Now, so what you need to do is you need to modify Javix server configuration file. But why? So you need to give the password, DB password for it. So let's go for this Javix configuration file and modify. So clear the screen. You have to quit basically. VI. Now you have to modify very carefully this file. Okay, so all these explanations you have it for listening the port for trapper, which you have here, and again spend a good amount of time on it. Whether you understand it or not, please get comfortable, then slowly we will be using this file for lot many changes. Okay, here source IP address for outgoing connections. Okay, so here you can provide it. Right now all are commented actually. Here you have to specify where the log messages are written to. So system log, file logs, and console log, where should be written. These all are not mandatory. So like that you will go for that, and this is the log file for the Javix server. Please mind it here. Okay, this is the log file for Javix server. So any problem which you have in the log Javix server, you will go and check this place, which is not commented. That means active. Okay, this is size here, and so many changes here. You have see PID file. You can find which the PID. What is the PID of Javix server which is running? So here in this file you will find it, PID. Okay, and you can trace that all the, what do you say, the CPU and consumptions by Javix server. So that's a way you can use it. Go for the tracking, and here it is. Look at it. Here, look at this here. So here DV host, database host name. If set it to localhost, socket is used for the MySQL. If set empty string, da. So basically setup for the localhost. If you think no, this setup is the database is at the different location, then you have to set this, uncomment this. Okay, so you have to do all this stuff. Now for me, what is the database name? So database name is Javix. That's okay, but I have a password also, right? Schema is there, DV user is there. So what is the DV user? Javix. What is the password? So guys, here password, this you have to uncomment. This is I was talking about. So you have to uncomment. So let's uncomment. And what is the password I set for the database? I forgot. Anyone would like to tell me in the comment box? What is the password for the database which I set it up? In the comment box? Anyone? Yeah, great. So password, yeah, no capital guys. Password, okay. You see my command here, I run it. Just a second. Here you see this is the password. So it's a case sensitive. So I just change this one. Okay. So you please remember all this stuff, these changes. Here you have a Javix DB schema. Here you have a user. Here you have a password. So please remember to change this one, because rest of the things is default. So I'll take a print screen so you will not forget. Let me minimize this stuff little bit less. Okay, here it is. So you should look at this one, user, database name. Three things you have to look out for it. Okay, done. So here I just change this file, saved it. Okay, so this step is also done. Now what you need to do, because this front end, this setting you have to do specifically for the front end. So for front end, we need to modify and change the timestamp. Okay, so this is needed actually. So where to go and change this? So this is the configuration file, VI, and this is for the PHP, else it will throw an error. So where is the timestamp? Do you see some variables? This is aliases. By the way, I cannot locate that option, which is here PHP value. So do you have a different file? I'm just checking. Just a second. Let me. Resume. Okay. So here I'm going to uncomment, and here my time zone, which we have all of us, is Asia, Calcutta. So this you have to set it up. Okay. So I'll just take one here. Six. Done. So this is also done, guys. Now what you need to do is you need to start the server and agent process. So basically I had started already. I'm going to restart this time. Restart. So you see a systemctl restart Javix server agent and HTTPD all. Why? Because HTTP, why you need to restart? Because we change the configuration file. Why you need to restart the server? Because we change the configuration file. And agent, of course, you have to restart. So let me restart after changing it. And by the way, for tomorrow you can enable it also, or any boot you can enable it, enable for the next boot. Done. So now guys, your server is up and running. Now you need to configure the front end. Now how do you configure the front end? And for that you need to access the IP address. So which is my IP address? Let's go ahead and hit the IP address, which is here. So 80 port, remember we are using Apache on 80 port by default. And click on Javix. Here it is. Okay. So this is your Javix 4.2. I wanted to install, just a second, hold on. I made a mistake. What? Just a second, let me check. Okay, you know what mistake I did it? I did one mistake. Every steps I did correct, but one mistake I did it, and that mistake was, anyone got the idea? Anyone got the idea? This one. Okay. So this is the mistake I did it. So this package, I should have not used it. Rather than I should have used the package which is here, and which you can find it at 5.4 CentOS, or let's say this one. This package I should have used it 5.4. Rest of the things will remain same. There is no change in it. So I should have used this repository rather than older one. So but anyways, you see that all the steps is same, remain same. There's no problem, but no problem. I will change that this setup after some time. But for you, I am not going to get this mistake done. So for that, what I'm going to do is I am going to correct this mistake.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.